Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your man, Monstrosity Sex, aka Godling the Creator, aka Jay Deliv the Artist. And I'm back here with y'all with some more Ragman. And this is the OG Ragman. This is what I created back when I was a. This is the manner in which I created him back in the day when I was just a little youngin'. Uh, um, I would grab a piece of cloth, anything that I could get my hands on that was big enough. And as you can see, this is the other half. This is basically the size of the cloth that I use. It's double-sided, back and forth, so that you can see. And this is where I got the. It's the exact same size, and you can see I got this from the inner sleeve of uh, a hoodie, a thermal hoodie. So you can see it's not even, it's connected. You can see I carefully cut off all of the cloth and the threads so that I could spare the material. And then I just folded it over like this and evenly up and top, and then I cut the arms, cut space for the arms into about so far, somewhere around here, leaving me enough arm space. And the problem with that is that the tear is going to want to keep going. So what I did right here at the point of the tear or the cut, right where the cut ends, is I rolled it up right here in the cut. I rolled it up like this, and then I pushed it in towards the middle so that it doesn't expose itself. So then when your the arm is flexing, you moving the arm up and down like this, it's not tearing because it's rolled up inside here, if you understand what I'm saying. And then I just added another piece of material straight across from here to here, all the way across, all across the top to bulk up the arm so that when I start doing my thing with it, is he's gonna have a nice size to his musculature. Um, this is the original. This is one of the very first Ragman I ever created, and because it is the very first. You can see his hand size. I'm a 6'1" dude, so you can see that's the size of my hand. Uh, um, I'm going to be once this is finished. He's gonna have biceps. He's gonna have a forearm, and then now past the forearm, he's gonna have something like this leatherish type material. I believe it's leather. It's a belt from a leather jacket, and but it doesn't feel like it. It feels cheap. So anyway, it's probably extremely thin. So I could use it for the belt around the waist, the wrist, and the greaves, but not for the boots, because if I'm gonna be stitching, it's gonna create problems. I think this is too thin. I don't know. I'll try it. I'll see if it's strong enough to hold up to stitching. But I want to use that I forget what it's called, but it's a material. It's liquid, liquid material that turns into a durable rubber they advertise on TV, to use that for the soles of the shoe. And basically, when I get down to the bottom, because the legs are separated like this, when I get there, this is going to narrow down to the feet, and then I'll bend the feet. I'll bend this to make the feet, and then, you know, do what I got to do with that. But this is what I started out with, and I'm going to use this to make a second one so that there's an adversary. Uh, I have, if anybody wants me to make one for them, I have to go and get fresh material. But these that I'm showing is just old clothes from around the house, old material that I find like I said, in old clothes. So that's why I call them ragmen, because they basically rags, right? So this is how I basically form the two, and this I cut it right up the middle for the legs to separate for the legs, and but from now on, I think I'm gonna try and either keep it. I'm gonna put a separate material for the arms straight through instead of cutting across. I'll just bunch it all up and make sure that it's have the material go through for the arms, and then the arms will be separate and held up to the top there. And you got to make the center part right here. This is, you put a lump of material right in the center part right here, and you ball it up. You kind of just ball it up and stretch it tight, and then you pull it. Once you get it separated and tied off, you just stretch it back out into the arms, and the head will stay there because it's nice, good, stretchy material. You see, and then you kind of tie it off. See, I got the separate ties, and then well, I can't tell. Again, I can't tell you how I'm gonna finish it off, but once he's finished, he's gonna have clothes. He's gonna have those braces. He's gonna have greaves or boots, and especially the big ones. The bigger ones, they're gonna have bones. And here's one of the bones that I've been making for the big ones. This one's gonna be around 16 inches, because the top half is 8 inches. Because the legs, I realized this is supposed to be a leg bone, but I kind of, the leg had to be 8 inches because the top had to be 8 inches, and you can see how much I messed that up by. So I have enough to make some more legs for that one that I started. The upper half is ready for musculature and stuff like that, and the finishing. But the bottom half and the pelvis is what I'm working on right now. The pelvis is the hardest part. The bigger ones, the 23 inch, the 20 to 23 inch ones, those are going harder because the chest cavity is hollow, and then I gotta fill it in, and then the pelvis is a lot bigger, so you gotta try to make it as solid as possible, and that's a very difficult task. The 16 to 17-inch ones, is a little bit easier because the chest cavity is just rolled up material. It's not an empty thing, so it's rolled up and it's shaped into a rib cage. It made it a lot easier, but the pelvis is still tricky, and I'm almost there. I just got to get the leg bones. After this video, I'm gonna cut these. I'm gonna cut these in half and roll them up and prepare for becoming the legs, and then I'm gonna make sure I get the pelvis prepared, and I'm trying to make it so that it represents a pelvis. It's pretty damn close to a pelvis, so that when I put the material over the top, it'll do what it's supposed to do. You'll have a little ass and everything on them, but I can't do that with these. They're small. I didn't really care about that type of stuff when I was a kid, and I'm not gay or nothing like that. I just want them to look like a human. So um, everything I'm working on here is to get these guys out there, maybe even sell them to you guys if you want them. We'll see how these turn out. Uh, I should be able to get this done by tomorrow, I'm hoping. At least to have one of them, because all of the sewing and stuff I'm going to have to do by hand. And if y'all guys want me to make them, then I'm going to have to get a sewing machine so that I can do the clothing a little bit better. But everything else is going to be handmade, and and the boots and everything, and I'm gonna try to make those rubber soles for the shoes, so that maybe even get them to stand up. If the feet are flat enough, maybe able to get him to stand on his own. So that would be even better. So I can't guarantee any type of face detailing for these or any hair or anything like that. This is the basic. This is the basic. So um, yeah, but the bigger ones, they're gonna have as much as I can put on them. I'm gonna try to make them as good as possible. I still got enough for a second one too for the bigger ones, the 16 to 17-inch ones. Uh, because I messed up with the arms, these are the legs. These are gonna be the arms for the second one, and this will be the legs for the second one. Cause I kind of got these from the same, both the opposite sides of the same jar. So uh, we have what we need for a second one. So uh, yeah, all I can say is from here is oh yeah, this is supposed to. I was trying to make this a two half video, but this is already 10 minutes, so I don't know. Um, this is this is supposed to be the first half, and then I was gonna put the second half on the back end of this. But maybe I'll just do them both separately, or maybe I'll do all three. So I don't know. Uh, put the first half out, then the second half, and then combine the two, so that you can see him. But when this is finished, he'll be posable if he, especially if I can get the feet flat. I doubt if I'll be able to get that done to show you. So his feet might be covered with something else, but I'll be able to show you everything else. Maybe his feet and his hands might be covered, because again, I don't know what I'm going to be able to cover up and how bulky it's going to get. I'll see what I can do. Other than that, he's going to have musculature, and these are so small. I'm not even worried about trying to make the arms uh, rotatable, shruggable. Okay, you can do whatever you want, as far as that. Because I've seen these guys being made out of online. I've been looking for years to see if somebody else has made characters like these for years online, searching under all kinds of cloth figures, rag figures, everything. And I've not seen anyone do this before. In 50 years, since I first made these, like I said, I made these around when I was around 9, 10, maybe 8. I'm not sure, but 8, 9, 10, 11 maybe. But because by the time I was getting around that age, 11, 12, 13, especially by 13, I was drawing a lot more, and I wasn't playing with these things. So uh, these are the original versions of how I made it. So it's the most basic one, and the ones that I'm using the bones for, they're gonna have hip bones and shruggable shoulders. You're gonna be able to move them all in every type of way that this human body can move. Fold his legs, everything. So that's what my intentions are to do, is to make some most detailed, and then get leather and make armor and different types of things that people that are make warriors out of them, because that's what they are, roughnecks and gangsters. They're thugs, and the reason why I call them roughnecks and gangsters, because depending on how you dress them is whatever you make it. If you get them with dark terrifying armor and stuff like that, make him look mean, then that's who he is. He's anything you want him to. You want him to be a good guy, he's a good guy. So roughnecks are the good guys, gangsters are the bad guys, and so they're roughnecks and gangster men. So and anyone can be whoever you want him to be, whenever you want him to be. So that's why each one is both. He's a roughneck and he's a gangster. Whatever you choose to be, it's up to your imagination. So yeah, let me get up out of here now, and I'm going to try and get back with the next video where this guy's going to be completely finished. Well, maybe not completely finished. Like I said, I don't know how much is going to be still showing once I'm done. And being that I'm stitching everything by hand, it might be a little bit slow. I might just close things up and show them to you with the clothes on them, but have the braces over the clothing, holding everything together, and just tacking the sleeves closed and have a big belt around his waist, and all that shit's gonna hold everything down. And then later on, I'll finish the sewing so that at least you can see what he looks like. And yeah, that's it. Uh, so till the next time, like, subscribe, do that YouTube thing, and help us to grow this channel. And I'll see you later.